Hello, 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 and welcome to episode 335 of Prog Review. And today I'm talking about Duke by Genesis. Well, we had a Hackett album in the last one, and some little sprout out there said, "Why don't you do Duke? Why don't you do Duke? It's the sort of anniversary of Duke." He said. So I thought, oh well, might as well get it out of the way. Actually, the anniversary was last week. It was the 28th of March 1980 it was released, and this is their 10th studio album from that band. So it makes it like the 35th anniversary of the Duke album. I can't stand it. It's not one of my favourites. So there we go. Might as well roll the credits. We're out. Anyone will think to say Prog on. What, you actually want me to do this, do you? Okay. Well, it was recorded at the same studios where ABBA did all their stuff, Polar Studios in Stockholm. So it's got quite a different sound to the previous album. And then there were three. Again, then there were three was more of a transitionary album. So this kind of, after Hackett leaving, and you saw the band making shorter songs, so Duke kind of follows that pattern. Oh God, it's meant to be a concept album about some bloke called Albert. Albert, he's the fellow on the front. But the band got a bit scared. They got a bit scared because they didn't want to be seen as being a prog band, and so they split up the Albert suite, and they've got this 30-minute grouping of songs. So Behind the Lines, Duchess, guide vocal, Turn It On Again, Duke's Travels, and Duke's End were kind of meant to be clumped together, but they split them over the album. So it begins with Behind the Lines, which is alright, I suppose. I mean, some will say this is classic Genesis, and I know many of you will give this a 5-star review, and I quite like Duchess. I quite like that song. It's big and brassy, and I kind of enjoyed the drums on it, and also guide vocals, good fun. But then we have these horrible tracks that split up the rest of the album. Man of Our Times is almost a proto version of Tonight, Tonight, Tonight. In fact, they used the phrasing "Tonight, Tonight" on the lyrics, and it was written by Rutherford. So it's goes on a bit. It goes on a bit too long. Again, a bit undercooked, I think. Probably the biggest abortion on the album is the song Misunderstanding, which is just absolutely awful. It's some sort of doo-wop, saccharine, dripping pop song. Don't get me wrong, I like pop songs, but it's so out of step with the rest of the album and so out of step with what Genesis were doing. I suppose it shows that they can do different things, but it just sticks out. It just feels completely a misstep. Doesn't belong on the record. It probably belongs more on a Phil Collins solo album. And then we've got Heat Haze, which again I find utterly dull. Turn It On Again starts the second side. If we had a second side, we'll just turn it over. Again, familiarity breeds contempt. They insist on doing a fucking song every time they play a live gig. And so over the years, I've become completely bored with it. Turn it on again. Turn it again. Turn it. That's followed by Alone Tonight. Again, it's another kind of a ballad thing. Don't like it. Please Don't Ask. Don't like it. Cul-de-sac. Don't like it. Oh, again, Please Don't Ask is one of these overwrought relationships type songs. Again, I mean, it's not a bad song, but again, it just feels wrong. It feels like it should be on a Collins solo record, because it's almost a very personal song. And again, so you get these they're almost like B-sides. I find that Man of Our Times, Eat A's, Lone Tonight, Cul-de-sac, almost like B-sides, and they shouldn't be on the album. It's rounded up by Duke's Travels and Duke's End. Duke's Travels is quite good fun. It's an instrumental piece. It's big and brassy. Always reminds me of The Knife. Think about it. It's The Knife, but rejiggered. And then Duke's End, which reprises the guide vocal song, but brings the whole thing to a conclusion. Yeah, I mean, when they did the tour to support the album, they did actually do. You can get bootlegs of them doing the whole Duke suite together, and it sounds much better. And it sounds, when it's played all together, it's a much more satisfying thing. But they've split the songs. It's and I just don't really care much for the songs that are in the middle. I don't feel that they're particularly strong, and I don't understand the popularity of the record. Again, even though it is a concept, it's it's a bit, it's a bit half baked, and there are only a few bits to hang on to, if you know on what I mean. Even Duke's Travels, like I said, with its rehashing of The Knife, is it's okay. I think the songs again work better live than they do on the album. The album is. When they remixed it, the remix with the 5.1 is really cool. I thought that's really, really good. If I bring that in, draw that element into the review as well, it's really immersive, but it still doesn't make me love the album anymore. Don't understand the appeal of it. I don't understand why people rave and rant over it, how it's the greatest Genesis album. Never understood it, never will understand it. I mean, to be honest, I prefer Abacab. I'm an Abacab kind of man. Now, there's a forward-looking record. Oh, yeah. Whereas this feels like it's a relic. It's like, they're trying to not be prog and not be prog. It's a conflicted album. I don't know. It just don't feel right to me. And so, yeah. Yeah, and so like I said, and you go from these bombastic they're great album, they're great live openers, but on record it just comes across as being a bit iffy. Yeah, I suppose the artwork's good. Quite like the artwork. It's done like a children's book. Yeah. So, when it comes to a rating, I'm going to give this 2 guide vocals out of 5. That's 2 guide vocals out of 5. If the house was on fire, this is the Genesis album I'd leave behind. I'd probably, even Genesis to Revelation, I'd probably rescue that, even though, isn't that terrible? Again, I don't understand the appeal. Never understood the appeal. Again, you go from then there were 3, which has had a variety of songs, a real variety of tracks, which is a very interesting album, I find, to this, which is just feels corporate and bland. And then you go to Abacab, which again is really kind of forward looking and new wave in a Genesis style, if you know what I mean. And this just feels stodgy and and a little bit half-baked in places. And that's it. That's my review of Duke by Genesis. I hope you're all happy now, because I'm not. There you go. That's Duke by Genesis, reviewed by moi. And that's it. Remember, we've got the Twitface, we've got the Google+, music.darrenlock.com. Go there for all your Darren Lock music needs. And the Patreon, www.patreon.com/lock, where you can give me all your money. Be nice. And that's it really. I'm done. And the person that suggested this can now STF you and not make any more suggestions. I think that seems fair. Yeah, I think that seems fair. You've had your suggestion for the year. No more suggestions until next year, 2016. That's when you get another go. Okay, he knows who he is. Only one more thing to say, and you know what that is. I'm doing these early in the morning, see, whilst the kids are in bed. It's It's not the summer. It's the Easter holidays. I don't know where I am. My breakfast hasn't gone down. You see, I'm feeling a little bit. I need that sugar rush, you know, from me shreddies, and that's why I'm feeling a little bit. But anyway, I'm still getting the videos out. That's good. Only one more thing to say. You know what that is. Prog on.